another viewer key. So we're going to review Rateddkay, another German player. We're going to review his key. So what's going on, my man? Let's check this out. 2400, he's up there. He's doing some good things. Now, this is another key that he submitted this key to 17 that doesn't get timed. So let's check it out. Let's see why. Gear wise, all solid. I like all these choices. It looks like at the time of the video, he is not playing. He's not playing this. He's not playing Night Fae. He's playing Necrolord. So I'm assuming he's just changed some things since then. I don't fully agree with Bloodworms. In a 17, I guess if you're not in trouble, it's not so bad, but I'm a very big fan of Voracious. Everything else here is fine. I would say swap that to Voracious, but I mean, you do as you please, especially if it's a 17. Yep, all this is fine. So he's timed some keys. Wow, he has a 22 here. Good job, dude. So he's definitely well on his way, and I don't really know what kind of advice he's going to need from me. But yeah, let's give it a try. Let's jump into the key. So here's his key. As you can tell, he's German. Showing us all of his gear and everything. He's playing Emeni. I am a big fan of the first guy, Marilith. So if you're playing Emeni, you're kind of playing more of a DPS build in terms of your Abomination Limb is going to give you a lot of strength, and strength is damage, but it's also mitigation. It's a lot of mitigation, so you still want to be using it somewhat on cooldown. And one thing I'd like to see him do here before before he hits Bird Right, is I would like to see him do his shield before he starts the key. And he has a lot of good stuff here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get to the chopper. I like that. I like that a lot. He's really leaning into that. I mean, I know Arnold's Austrian, but still, that's cool. I mean, he might be Austrian. I don't know. I like this. I like grabbing the Bloodhorn. There's a few cooldowns I don't see on your thing here, which I would like to see. I would like to see Lichborn on here, and I'd like to see your Raised Dead on here. And specifically, I'd like to see when it's time to blow up your Raised Dead. Now, I can't really see your abilities as they're happening, aside from just with my eyes. Like, I don't have anything showing me. Blood Shield management is fine. You've got some big death strikes coming, but they would be much higher if you had Voracious instead of Bloodworms. You're doing a good job with your kicks. You're managing your cooldowns well. No anti-magic shield yet, which you are taking magic damage, so that would help. 3 opponents close together, I'd probably want to see Death and Decay. I mean, I know you're fishing for a proc, which is totally fine, but the chances of them all 3 being together is kind of rare. That's not rare, but if it's done correctly, it's all the time. You're very quick to grip, that's awesome. So, still no Lichborn. It's hard for me to tell where your minion is and if you have exploded it. I see your minion's on cooldown, so you did use it. I don't know if you exploded it though. We're at 4 stacks of Bone Shield, 3. We want Death Strike right now. Or Marrend, I mean, excuse me. We're at 1. This is dangerous. We're at 1. And no Runic Power. We have 0. You never want to be at 0. Okay, you quickly recover back to 3, but there you go, up to 5. You want to stay at 5 or above. It's probably no. I would use a blood shield. Not blood shield, the regular shield. But maybe you could just save it for the next LT. He ice blocks, so you're fine. Yeah, so no Lichborn. No anti-magic shield. These are more parts of the equation. Like, more things you can do. You still have good healing. Looking at meters though, damage is okay. Could be better. Your healer did like no damage at all. What is this 459 DPS? That's crap. I know he was healing, but there was downtime. Biggest asset of Rateddkay is your healer can do some damage because he doesn't have to heal you that much. 4 bone shield, we want to remedy that ASAP. AMZ, that's good. We need bone shield stacks really bad. Oh, we need it bad. Okay. You need one more Mara end. So you're death striking when you're below 5, so it costs more. You want to make sure that you're magic number 5 or higher. I would say shoot for, if you get to 5, you might want to think about death striking. If you get to 4, you need to death strike like your next global if you possibly can allow it. At 4, you need to death strike right now. I keep saying that. Mara end right now. You definitely wanted a Mara end to refresh your stacks for the next fight. These are the kind of things I want you to be thinking about. Refresh stacks so you can run. So now you're just out. Now here, because you're out, I would A-bomb limb. I would A-bomb limb right away to get stacks. So you're hanging out too low on stacks. A-bomb limb would have been perfect. You would have hit all of these. You would have been fine on stacks. You dumped too many runes into Morrowind at the wrong time, so now your death strikes are inefficient. That was good. You did Dancing Rune Weapon to jump up in stats, or stacks. Yeah, you still want to use Dancing Rune Weapon when possible to get your stacks up high on pole if you can. Even when you're doing Super Strain. So the Arbalists are what you want to focus first. Those are what the DPS need to focus first because of that. The healer's just going to die. I don't fully agree with pulling this guy. If you're not going to do this wing to start. I guess it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's a 17. But if you're trying to save time, I guess it really doesn't matter. Unless you planned on double pulling these guys with the one with the down the stairs. It doesn't matter. If you didn't plan on double pulling, it's no big deal. So, looking at DPS, not amazing. Looking at cooldowns. You may have gotten this Omni CD from me. But I used to have it very focused towards who has cooldowns for like defensives. You might want to swap some of those out for who has their offensive cooldowns, because it's going to matter a lot to you as a tank. You need to be able to see like when they have their huge 3-minute cooldowns or whatever for these pulls, because 5k is not great. I don't know what kind of DPS he is. I can't really tell. Is he Beast Mastery? Oh no, he should have been way higher on a single target then. Like, your healer isn't even... There's no one really hurt. Your healer isn't even putting an ability. I don't think your healer understands that it costs nothing for them to do it. So here you are stylizing. Like, you're styling on them. You're doing Icebound Fortitude to not get stunned, so you can just stay in it. Like, you're just trying to burst all your damage. Like, you're out DPSing 2 of your DPS on this. So the group was not that strong. Well, your healer almost got to 1k damage, but then decided, nah. So even though you're playing Imeni, I still want you to utilize your A-bomb limb as a way to gain stacks of blood of a bone shield. Because if you're not using it that way, let's say you waste a lot of runes getting your bone shield stacks, and then you pop A-bomb limb to do damage. Well, now it's generating 3 stacks every few seconds, and it's just overcapping stacks. You're just wasting them. Like, you want to minimize waste as much as possible. Alright, I like where you're grabbing to. That's all good. You're fast. We need stacks. We need stacks. Ooh, we need stacks. We need stacks so bad. Yeah, like, I don't know if you've done better since this, but bone shield management is very bad. So now you're rune locked. You have no stacks. Higher keys will just one-shot you, playing like with this kind of what you've set yourself up for right here. Alright, so we can grab all these and we can, I don't know what your route is, but in my route I leave that one alone, the one you just grabbed. Blood boil them as you run, get them all dotted up, I like it. This is all fine. I'd probably mass grip. Yep, okay, good job. Yeah, see, you know what you're doing. You have some of your, wow, you're doing like almost 10k DPS right now. The power of a many with a grip going. Yeah, you have some very good qualities going on. There's a few things you can do better, but overall you're in a very good spot. And this key, I've already told you some of these notes, but this key isn't timed. Partially it's your routing. It's not very pug friendly, and it's up here is why. But the other part is your team is just not very good. They're not doing big damage. I don't know what these people's ratings were at. It seems like your warlock is doing kind of like the most consistent amount of damage. Breaking up the pack, I like it actually. Like, in retrospect, me doing this as a 22 this week, it did not go well when I double pulled. AMZ this, it's all good. Zealandsturm. Or would it be Zealandsturm? I don't see. My German's very rusty. Finding this is good. Someone's baiting the stuff. I like it. You have everybody dotted up. Your priest needs to mass dispel. Like, mass dispel needs to happen. Everybody's taking a bunch of extra damage. Mass dispel needs to happen. Like, that's a big thing being a priest. No one's taking big damage, so your priest should be doing damage. I don't think your priest understands that damage abilities are free. They don't cost mana. When you're a healer and you're doing DPS, it doesn't cost mana to do it. They only cost for healing spells. If I'm completely wrong, if I'm completely wrong, someone slap me. But it's been a little bit since I've played healer, but I'm pretty sure it's free. Ouch. Where's your kick? Okay, your interrupts are all on the right. Okay. I'm all looking around for it. Yeah, your Omni CD, I'd like to see people's major DPS cooldown so we can see when you can pull big and when you can't. So you need to A-bomb limb right off the bat here for stacks. No stacks. No stacks. 3, 2. So you death striked when you only have 1 stack. So you're paying extra for these. Now you're down to no stacks again. So now you A-bomb limb at the very end when everything's pretty much dead right there. And I think I can't tell what you just did there, but it looked like you Mara-rented it again when you're already at 10 stacks. Okay, you're grabbing these guys, which is fine. Like I said, I don't understand. I don't know your route because the dungeon didn't finish. But in my route, I don't grab these. I go right, and then I grab them in there. I don't know your route. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. It's probably what you have in your MDT. I wouldn't ever grab this stuff. Personally. These souls can really hurt people when they channel. And this kind of baits people to use cooldowns. When they see all this, they're going to use cooldowns on this. And then they won't have them up for the next floor. See, like, it looks like all 3 of your DPS are trying to burst right now. And they're going to have nothing for the next platform. And your healer died somehow. Okay. So she's running back. And you're going without her. Which is fine. You're a Rateddkay. But I'm thinking of your other team because this is not pug friendly, this place. You should have probably gone right and worked out a route that way. Because someone always gets knocked out. Like, people always get hit by this. They're horrible at it. That guy gets knocked into the next pack. Your hunter gets knocked back into a new pack. So here you are trying to scramble, trying to figure it all out. Icebound Fortitude probably would have been something to do. Shield would have been something to do. Okay, you do shield. Good. Ooh. So you're trying to get back in it. You're trying to do your stuff. You're going to get kicked over again right now. Yep. And bye. Ich bin doch nicht da. So, like, yeah. He was like, bro, I wasn't even there yet. And the icing on the cake here is next. I love this. This is where you know, like, the level of the players you're with. Let's watch what the mage says. Alright, so your healer's also saying, like, hey, I was gonna mass res you guys. Why'd you all release? Like, he was mass resing when you released. So that's, you know, a little thing to make it so you don't have to run as long, especially because you're a slow DK. But it's not a big deal. I'm gonna try and say it. Jetzt steht ihr auch noch auf, wo ich mass resen kann. Tried. Like I said, it's been a long time since my German's super rusty. He's saying go. You're not even there yet. He has no idea what's going on. Why is he saying go? You're not even there. But this is the best part. This is the best part what the mage says. I love this. You ready for it? Don't double pull. I think he thinks you intentionally pulled the pack that the hunter got yeeted into. Like, he has no clue. No clue what's happening. And look, he's getting this dot. And he's just standing in his thing. Hunter's already gone again. Yeah, it's just... Next time, in a pug, I would have gone right instead of left. These guys just kill pug routes all the time. They're horrible with that. They're always killing pug routes. I would recommend not to go this way. So, I don't think you're the issue in this dungeon, by far. You definitely didn't cause this dungeon to fall. You have a lot of good mechanical skills. I think you could tweak a few things like this bone shield management. I don't think you use Lichborn the whole dungeon. Things like that. Anti-magic shield you could use more often, more liberally, but for the most part you did fine. You were definitely capable of 20s. 20, more. Run is dead. Well, I mean, yeah, if everyone's getting kicked off the platform over and over again. Yeah. Just don't put them in the situation. Just go right. Don't even put them in the situation to be knocked off the platform if you can help it.
Watch your step.
Okay, that needs to be kicked. Oh, someone needs to kick it. Ouch. We had a kick available. Of course, healer's gone again.
Watch your step.
And that's it. Yeah, the team you were with, I just don't think they're prepared to deal with this mechanical stuff. I don't think this was you. Man, and many bursts up high, huh?
Watch your step.
That's nice damage. Defense-wise, he's not my favorite, but he can smack some damage. And here you are just kind of trying to solo it. The mage has already left. The mage that had no idea what was happening is the one who gets frustrated and leaves. Yeah, you can't release your soul because he's still fighting. That's why. Thanks for trying. Anyway. Heart. Wow, what a nice guy. See, this is what the tanking community should be. That's really nice.